This season of the Urban Conservative Podcast is brought to you by Newton for Senate, working to improve education, reduce taxes, and keep North Carolina #1 for business. Find out more at newtonforsenate.com. This episode of the Urban Conservative has also been sponsored by Case Technology Consulting. Help your business get value out of its data and become more efficient and streamlined. Case Technology Consulting. Check out the link in the description. Episode of Top of the Morning is brought to you by Edward Jones financial advisor Kelly Harmon, providing you with well-researched guidance backed by Edward Jones' extensive team and technology that help you prepare for retirement, children's education, or other financial goals. Call 252-473-1006 or visit the link on the screen. All right, ladies and gentlemen and ladies, you are tuned into and tapped into Top of the Morning, the best 30-minute morning show on the internet. You are joined by the TUC twins. I am Raheem Architect Soto, joined by my twin brother, none other from the same mother. How many more of those can I go with? Gets the hash brown smothered. What else you got?
He's in there waiting to be discovered.
Abdul Ali, good morning, sir. Top of the morning. How are you?
Top of the morning, my brother, and top of the morning to you all, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Urban Conservative. If you haven't done so already, we need you to go over to tuconservative.com. Grab yourself one of those Hamilton plans. We know Biden inflation got everything more expensive, but the TUC Hamilton plan is still only $10. That way you get to support us in our mission of sharing conservative values and principles and the benefits of conservative policies to urban communities across this great and wonderful nation of ours. And as always, if you are listening to the podcast on a platform that we're not on and you're like, hey, y'all ain't on here, let us know so we can get our narrow tails on wherever it is you like to listen to stuff. But you can pretty much find us everywhere at The Urban Conservative. tuconservative.com is indeed the website. It is Frigsdag, bro. We made it through another week.
Finally, Friday.
A quick mugshot, ladies and gentlemen. I've been on the same thing for the last couple of days, the Frederick Douglass Foundation mug. I will tell you this right now, though. I'm doing something a little different this morning. Shouts out to Dominic Thorne. Thank you for checking in, letting us know where you're watching from. I'm going to be right back. I want to show you something. I didn't show you this off air. Hold on.
Oh, wow. Legislator Thorne, good morning, sir. Shouts out to Legislator Dominic Thorne. He is doing some amazing things out here in Suffolk County. If you are in the Suffolk County area, you will be pleasantly surprised at some of the initiatives this legislator has put into play to help us, the citizens of Suffolk County. He has some, like I said, awesome things going on. We got EpiPens going into our police cars finally, so nobody got to drop dead from a bee sting before the first responders get there. You know what I'm saying?
Drop dead from a bee sting.
Yo,
but bro, listen.
I didn't know how important that was, but shouts out to Legislator Dominic Thorne, Suffolk County. Shouts out to you, sir.
Good morning to Keena Reisman.
Keena, what up, Sister Keena? What up?
All right, yo, bro, listen, I want to show you something that I discovered this morning.
Mugshot real quick.
Okay, you reverted back to Christmas muggery, but
I don't know why. It was just the first thing I grabbed.
Check this out.
What is that? Friends hazelnut mocha from the television show?
Hazelnut mocha, straight from the Central Perk.
I'll be there for you.
I had to go for it, bro. I was like, regular half and half won't do this morning. It's Friday. It's time for something more than regular half and half, right?
Yeah, some diabetes in a cup. Go for it.
Hey, listen.
Liquid diabetes. Why not?
So look, real quick before we jump into this, I got to give just a big shout out to the Frederick Douglass Foundation. Clarence Henderson, our president, is on the way up to DC right now for Road to Majority. So shouts out to everybody attending the Road to Majority conference up there in DC. Let me just start out here. How many people know who this guy is? Okay. And I'm going to pull his picture up here. How many people know who that guy is right there? Okay. If you know who that guy is, don't tell us. I'm gonna just give it a second and see if anybody can discern who this gentleman is. Now, the
It says
interesting thing,
Mr. Hurd.
okay, but they don't tell you his first name.
No, I don't know his name. Is
You
he
don't know who
related?
that guy
Is
is?
he related? Is he related to Amber Heard?
Oh, whoa. So this is former Representative Will Hurd of the Texas legislature. He is now jumping into the 2024 GOP presidential race. He's a retired CIA officer and Texas congressman. Announced Thursday. So yesterday, he announced that he's joining the race for the Republican presidential nomination, taking a long shot bid as a moderate alternative to GOP hardliners. And this is his quote: "This morning, I filed to be the Republican nominee for president of the United States." He's billed himself as a common sense Republican for complicated times and said he is able to woo swing voters who have strayed from the party in recent election. He also said that a number of defining challenges confronting the U.S. drove him to run, including China's rise, inflation, and the historic declines in school test scores. In his words, "These are issues we should be talking about. And to be frank, I'm pissed that we're not talking about these things." So now I have here, I don't know if you want me to play.
Is it possible to poll at less than zero? Is it possible to poll at less than zero? Is it possible?
Oh, he said, "Is it possible?" I think so. I think you can poll at less than zero. But do you want to give this a shot? Let's give his presidential nomination video a shot. Let's see how this works.
Okay.
The soul of our country is under attack. Our enemies plot.
Hold up. I already got a problem.
The hands.
The hands are killing me.
The cresting hands.
Yeah, the uncomfortable. Somebody had to tell you to put your hands like that. Listen, I don't know what to do with my hands. Go ahead.
Us and threaten the American dream. At home, illegal immigration and fentanyl stream into our country. Inflation still out of control.
Could we have not got a glasses wipe before we did this commercial though? Could we have just not gotten the glasses done, bro?
Is that fog on the glasses?
That's fog on the glasses, bro. Could we have not got a wipe? Just a wipe?
Oh, come on, bro.
All right, let me go back to this. Hold on.
Crime and homelessness growing in our cities, and liberals do nothing. President Biden can't solve these problems or won't. And if we nominate a lawless, selfish, failed politician like Donald Trump, who lost the House.
What? Whoa.
Yikes.
I hope he doesn't get up there and try to debate Trump. That is not going to go good for you.
I just want to make sure I heard what I heard.
Failed politician like Donald Trump, who lost the House, the Senate, and the White House, we all know Joe Biden will win again. Republicans deserve better. America deserves better. It's common sense. Common sense says
random
we're better
handshake.
Together. I know
random
it.
people talking.
You know it. There's more that unites us than divides us. And America needs common sense during these complicated times.
All right, you gotta stop
I'm Will
this.
Hurd, and for the past 20 years, I've been on the front lines of the most pressing fights facing our nation.
Stop.
I hunted down terrorists. And
Stop. You're done, Biden. This is going absolutely nowhere fast. This
So
is
no shot.
This is the most expeditious trip.
I'm done. That's all. That's all.
Yo, all right. Can you go back a little bit? Because I'm not sure about the hair thing. Like, and this matters because you got to beat Trump's hair. I mean, Trump for what? I'm confused about it. And these things matter to me. Why don't you just go full baldy? You would look more aggressive, right? You just go full. What is this? I look distinguished comb over thing? I don't know.
Is that the Thurgood Marshall comb over? I don't know, bro.
Those are some greasy ass glasses, bro.
Yeah, like.
And I let me keep it a buck. I don't like his face. I don't like his face. I don't like.
That's not gonna work for you.
No, I don't like his face. I don't like his face. I just don't like his face. And I don't even have anything funny to say. I just don't like his face. Like the faces he makes, I don't like his face. I have to like your face.
Okay. So we're not giving him a shot to finish this out?
No, because I don't like his face.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is Will Hurd, former. Look a little. I'm not saying it.
Don't say
I'm
it.
not
Don't
saying
say
it. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it. The sister said it. I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
I wouldn't be surprised if it then came out. I just wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, Will Hurd, former representative, congressman out of Texas, former CIA agent, has thrown himself in the ring and clearly has no sense of self-preservation because he decided it was a good idea to attack Donald Trump outright.
No, I think Trump is going to be like, he's going to pull a Conor McGregor. Who the fuck is that guy?
Who are you?
Who are you? Who the fuck is that guy? He's going to pull one of those.
We'll be right back after this quick commercial break. We're going to talk about a little NC drama and some other stuff. Weekly wrap up right here on Top of the Morning. Don't go nowhere. Just because you're black doesn't mean you have to vote Democrat. This year, in order to see benefits for our communities, we need to vote outside the box. Find out more by visiting us at tuconservative.com.
All right, we're back. Top of the morning, bro. Do your intro.
And
you said you was back. You said you was coming back after the break, and then you pulled the Joe Biden.
But I was pulling up the story. The commercial went mad faster than
you pulled the Joe Biden on it just now. Froze. Hold on, before we get to the next story, I gotta do this, right? I have to do this. It went down in Patterson, New Jersey this week too. Can you hold on? Share this screen. No, share this tab. It went down in Patterson. Oh, okay. Yeah. Listen. Councilman Jackson. Councilman Jackson. You see him getting up, right? No, there's audio. There's audio. There will be audio. Hold on. Let me hit you with the refresh. Hold on. Here you go.
Shut up, man.
Council.
I would love for you to do that.
Councilman Jackson.
You make your way over
Point
here.
of order. Point of order. Point of order. Point of order. Point of order, Councilman Jackson.
Councilman Jackson.
Councilman Jackson.
Councilman Jackson, no. Councilman Jackson, no. Councilman Jackson, no.
Hey, point of order.
No.
Point of order.
No, Mike, no.
Listen.
No, we got you. Mike, we got
Councilman Jackson.
Councilman Jackson. That's just funny to me. It's just funny to me. Councilman Jackson.
Yo, that kind of reminds me of Flint. Eric Mays out there in Flint.
Oh, bro, he be tripping.
Oh, if y'all want comedy gold, y'all need to go check out Eric Mays.
Can we stop doing this to Joe Biden? Can we stop making these Joe Biden memes, please, folks? Can y'all stop doing this?
Two men. Some of my gay friends, two of them, each on the end of each of the two beds that were facing me. And I'm against the desk like this. And this guy said, and he was from New York, he said, "Get down on your I'm going to lay down between two men." Some of my gay friends, two of them, each on the end of each of the two beds.
Son, you got to stop.
Y'all got to stop doing it. Y'all got to stop doing it like
Joe
that.
Biden. Yo, real quick though, bro, since you said that, and this is a serious one, drop that real quick. This is a real serious one. This is serious. This is like real serious. I understand that the vast majority of American citizens don't have 250 grand sitting around to just jump into a submersible and go down to the Titanic. I understand that. I'm not getting anything that goes under the ocean. I'm going to opt out. But to see some of the memes that people are making about these folks.
You got to listen. Hey, I understand how terrible it is. And hilarious at the same time. I love comedy. Listen, I love comedy. So I understand that it's terrible. It's too soon. You shouldn't make those jokes. But some of them were absolutely hysterical. Now, I understand we got to be morally upstanding and all.
No. All I'm saying is, bro, all I'm saying is these people had folks who cared about them. They have family.
Yeah, but you know what I think it is, Ali? It's because they were rich. Right? I think it's because they were rich. So people seem to have taken this approach like, well, they were rich fuckers. Nobody cares. We're going to bash them, which I don't think if this was regular people, I don't think it would be, the jokes would be made. But I mean, all I'm simply saying is The internet doesn't have a chill, bro.
The internet has zero. But what I'm
has
saying
no chill.
For me, bro, I can't, I don't know how that works in one breath. You're a conservative, this, that, and the third. And then the next breath, it doesn't matter because they were successful. Like, nah, that doesn't.
No. Well, listen, I got some flack because I went on this dude's page. You know how you get the suggestions in Instagram? So I went on this dude's page, and I'm not even going to give him a shout out, but he's a grown man. And he has the body of like a prepubescent teenage boy. He's a grown ass man telling everybody just to drink juice, just drink, eat fruit and drink juice, right? And I'm like, what? But he has a 10-year-old body.
Like not the guy you punch him in the chest, it's over.
And his minions attack. I said, yo, bro, you're built like a small boy. That's not healthy, right? And I only say that to say his tens of thousands of minions attacked us. See, you conservatives, I'm like, wait, where does the politics come into this? I'm saying, if you don't have any muscular definition in your outer body and your heart's a muscle, what is your heart gonna pump like? Like, your heart's a muscle. So if you have you have nothing in the bicep area,
your little heart going.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
All right, yo, real quick before we jump on to the next thing. I gotta say this. There's a little bit of drama going on in North Carolina right now.
A little bit? You're going with a little bit? Oh, that's not a little bit, bro. A little bit is like, something little. That ain't little. I didn't do it. Then I did it, but it was okay that I did. Come on, bro. Go ahead. Go with the story. That's nonsense. You can't call that a little bit.
Okay. I don't even, since you said it, let me just share the screen, bro. Let me just share the screen. If you were not aware, here in North Carolina, former commissioner, administrator at a school district, and soil water commissioner for Wake County has filed a suit against the Speaker of the North Carolina House, Tim Moore. North Carolina is one of the states that allow you to sue for something called alienation of affection. So if you're a guy and you purposefully go about trying to, and I'm not saying the speaker did this, I'm just explaining what the alienation of affection is when you meddle in somebody's marriage. So a lawsuit was filed last Sunday accusing Speaker of the North Carolina House, Tim Moore, of that very thing, the alienation of affection issue. I'm going to pull that down to make sure that an ad doesn't exactly what I didn't want to have happen. So I'm not giving them that ad space right there. We not doing that. Let me go to this video now. There we go. This is Tim Moore broke his silence and actually sat down with WBT to talk about this. And just let y'all get a little bit of what he had to say here.
Addressing the House Republican caucus for the first time about the allegations in this lawsuit. What was your message to your fellow lawmakers?
Well, I've had, of course, a number of conversations with my colleagues and then had the conversations in the caucus today. And I simply addressed head on the allegations that were in the lawsuit, the things that were ridiculous and denied. But I also told them that when it came to Ms. Laster, that, she's separated. I'm a divorced man, and that we had a casual relationship for some time. About the situation in December that was alleged, where we had dinner together, we did, where we spent time thereafter, and then where I actually met with her estranged husband a few days later, where I acknowledged to him the same thing, as well as my understanding the entire time that they were in fact separated.
I think the news value and the
Wait a minute, hold up. Was that legally prepared, do you think? Was that a legally prepared statement?
He's a lawyer.
Okay, there you go. Sounded very legal. Sounded quite legal.
He's a lawyer, so I mean, okay.
What is it with people not cleaning their glasses?
To maintain a relationship with this woman who is a state employee. How do you respond to that?
Utterly false. It's a complete lie. And in fact, I think that Ms. Laster's statement that she issued a very strong statement made it very clear that that wasn't the case. And in fact, if you look at her statement she issued, in fact, you reported on that. She said the only person that ever threatened her or tried to intimidate her was her estranged husband. You know, this is apparently turned into a nasty divorce, and you know, this is now where, you know, folks start slinging mud, and I've been drawn into this.
Regardless of the veracity of the lawsuit and the allegations in the lawsuit, this obviously has created a distraction for you and for the legislature at a critical moment as the budget negotiations are going on, a couple major bills are going on. How are you going to be able to continue to focus on your job as Speaker while the allegations continue to swirl?
You know, it is absolutely horrible. I'm being attacked in a very malicious way, unfairly, with untrue statements. Some of these outrageous, salacious comments about sexual things and all that are just outrageous. It not only impacts me, you know, in terms of what I'm doing, but I mean, it's just a huge personal thing. This is an issue for, you know, my sons. For to have to go through this, to have to hear these things being said out there. I mean, it's outrageous. So I'm going to defend myself, but I also have a job to do for the House, you know, for the House of Representatives as the Speaker of the House. You know, we're in the final weeks of session. We're working to get a budget finalized. We've got a lot of other legislation to get passed, and I am dedicated 100% to making sure that we get that done, and we will. But at the same time, I'm going to fully fight. We're going to be filing a reply to this lawsuit as well as a counterclaim and a countersuit. And I'm going to vigorously defend myself, but I also have the job at hand, as you point out. We'll get it done.
So your constituents should, and the taxpayers of North Carolina should feel like you are paying attention and on the ball in your job as House Speaker.
Absolutely. I'm not going to let this pull me away from the job that I need to do. I mean, we are in critical weeks right now, and you know, I'm spending a lot of time here working, and I'm going to continue to do that. We're going to get the job done.
The lawsuit also contains allegations and pictures of someone that, you know, allegedly was hired by you to place a video camera at Mr. Lasser's house. Did you hire someone to do that?
Did not hire anyone. Don't know who the man is. I imagine that will come out at some point, but I don't know. I didn't do it, and I'm ready for that information to get out there as well.
So you believe that if this were to ever go to court, the evidence will show that all of these allegations are all false?
Absolutely, and I'm going to tell you, well, the allegation that I had a relationship with Ms. Lasser, no, I've admitted that that's true, but I thought it was appropriate because she was separated and I'm divorced. But all the other stuff, all the salacious stuff that people are talking about, absolutely 100% false. And I look forward to my day in court, and I also look forward to the response that we're going to be filing. You know, I wish I could say even more. I'm being very transparent in these interviews. I'm not hiding or anything.
All right, yo, bro.
Seems like he's not effing around. That's just what it seems like to me. Now, I don't know.
But I will say this. You know, I think that there's a point at which people need to understand that these are, you know, just because you're Speaker of the House or Senate Pro Tem or majority or minority, you're still a human being.
Right.
You know, you're still a person. So, you know, are people perfect? No. Would I, if I was Speaker of the House, the minute you say separated, that means still married. That's all I'm saying.
No, but then there's legal separation. Now that's a great question. That is a great question right there. Why do we care? What is this infatuation with people's personal lives? Is he doing the dang on job outside of molesting some babies or stealing some money? Right? Did he do something that was against the law?
Nah, I don't. I agree with that. I agree with that assessment, bro. Listen,
like why do we care so much?
I'm only saying that there is a little bit of gray area there. But
I don't see the gray. I don't see the gray area, because if shorty like, yo, I'm separated from my husband. Separated could mean many things, right?
Yeah, separated, living in the same house.
Separated on paper. Just
like,
separated because I said so, because I'm trying to get my sneaky link up.
Right. So, and I'm glad to hear that he said the one reason I wanted to listen to that is because he said this is not going to distract us from the final weeks of getting this budget done. That was the big thing for me, because we've got a huge opportunity in front of us to do a lot of good for the people of North Carolina. The legislature has been doing an amazing job with the Republican, majorities that we have. there's some vetoes that need to be overridden in the coming weeks on some things that Cooper just vetoed. So we will see how this plays out. I'm glad to see
listen, we're not even
there and being
yeah.
transparent.
Well, we're not even going to take a commercial break, bro. We're going to go right to this next story because
buddy,
is there a difference between men and women? That's the question. Is there a difference between men and women? Is there a difference? Get a load of this.
Yeah. I got you. You remember the movie Kindergarten Cop?
What would remind me of the scene you mentioned?
You say, is there a difference with boys have penises, girls have vaginas? That was in the movie Kindergarten
Cop. Get a load of this. Get a load of this.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Title IX was a landmark civil rights law. It helped create the incredible breadth of women's sports and girls' sports that we see across the country.
Right.
I believe in girls' sports. I believe in women's sports. I'm the proud father of 2 daughters who are both athletes.
Okay.
I think participating in competitive sports is a wonderful thing for a young girl. I think it is a wonderful thing for a woman.
Sure.
And I think, unfortunately, today's Democrat Party has decided that women's sports and girls' sports no longer matters, and they're willing to push radical legislation designed to destroy girls' sports and women's sports. Ms. Gaines, I want to thank you for your courage. You are relatively young, but you have demonstrated incredible courage. And because you have dared to speak up, you have been demonized, you have been vilified. I saw when you were attacked by a leftist mob at San Francisco State University for daring to speak up. You had an incredible record as a swimmer at the University of Kentucky. You were a 2-time NCAA All-American. You were a 5-time SEC champion. You're an SEC record holder and a 2-time Olympic trial qualifier. But yet on March 27th, 2022, something changed. What happened on March 17th, 2022?
That's when Thomas and I raced in the 200 freestyle and again resulted in a tie.
So the dude wasn't even good enough to beat her.
We went behind the awards podium where typically you're handed your trophy, you're marched out, you're named an All-American. And so we go back there and the official looks at both Thomas and myself and says, "Great job, but you guys tied. And we only have 1 trophy, therefore we're giving this trophy to Leah." And I question this and I say, why? And at first I shortened it in my testimony, but really he stumbled on his words. He didn't know how to answer this. And at first he's,
they gave it to her to push an agenda,
we're just doing
that's
this
what.
in chronological order. To which I further pressed and I said, okay, well, what are you being chronological about? Because we tied. And if we're doing this off alphabetical order, G comes before T. So what are you being chronological about? To which this wasn't a script they had prepared for him. And he actually appreciated his honesty. He did say, we have to give the trophy for Leah because Leah has to have it for pictures. They've made that clear. Leah has to have the trophy for pictures. You can pose with this trophy, but you have to give yours back. You have to go home empty-handed. Leah Thomas takes the trophy home. End of story.
Bullshit, Geraldo.
Someone who's competed at the elite level. In your experience, is there a difference between women and men?
Of course. I think we learned this at a very young age, watching even 12 and unders play. Going through puberty causes irreversible advantage, that no matter the training, no matter the diet, no matter any alterable change you can make, will overcome that male advantage. Especially in sports like swimming, where lung capacity matters so much. Even something as silly as throat size, men have on average a 40% larger throat, which sounds like it's nothing. But when you're grasping for air, that 40% larger throat makes a huge difference in athletic success, not to mention height. You guys know the differences.
Ms. Robinson, do you agree with Ms. Gaines that there's a difference between women and men?
If the question is about trans women,
shit.
what I can say is that the NCAA has rules in place. They've had rules in place for the last decade, and when this competition...
Why do they always trot out these crazy ass people? She's clearly
bad shit crazy.
Bad shit.
I'm not just saying no ad hominem, bro. That lady looks nuts.
I think that we're talking about this case with the NCAA.
No, I'm asking a question. Do you believe there's a difference between women and men? Most people could answer this very simply. I'm curious if you're willing to do so.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just putting it into the context of the conversation that we're having. I think that there are definitions related to sex.
Is
but
that
I
a
also
yes?
think
So I'm
that
trying to
when
get a yes or no. I'm not trying to get a speech.
Is
there a difference between women and men?
I think that there are definitions for biological sex.
Okay, so you're
which
not
is
answering
different
that.
than
Let me
Yo, bro, what the hell is wrong with these people?
ask you this question then. Why do women's sports exist? If you can't define a difference between women and men, why not abolish women's sports and just tell little girls to swim with little boys and see who wins?
Oh, I'm simply saying that that sex is
My
different
question,
than gender.
why
and I do believe that women's sport
This is these Marxist trained idiots, bro. She's an educated idiot.
have a great
Yeah, but then you're gonna hear, yo,
the
the sister girl, she did good. Look, she's holding her own against the white man up there. She holding it down against the white man, and she, like, come on, man.
The question I'm asking you.
Absolutely.
Why do women's sports exist?
I think that there are so many positive benefits to sports.
But
I mean,
why have a
we've talked
separate
about it here
category for
today.
women? If there's no difference between women and men, why to have women's sports?
I'm saying that there's a difference between sex and gender, and that the NCAA
And that's
has
been
rules in
disproven.
place, which they have for the last decade.
Mr. Chairman,
which
I would
determine
like
that
to enter into
related
the
to
record an
participation.
article from Duke Law called
Yo,
Comparing
listen.
Athletic Performance.
This is, I don't even know why this, unless you got some bullshit you trying to sell or some agenda you got, bro, it's a simple question. Is there a difference between men and women? Yes. Should women and men be competing in sports? Depends on the sport. It depends on the sport. Yo, can men and women compete in co-ed tennis? Sure. Can men and women compete in co-ed flag football? Sure. I'm cool with that. Can men and women compete in pool or bowling or archery? Like, yeah. But football, basketball, swimming? Nah, bro, that's not the same thing. Boxing?
All right, well, in the lane of sports, we're gonna have to shift our focus to this numbnuts right here. So Colin Kaepernick has partnered with the Marxist editors because black liberation simply isn't possible under capitalism.
Wait a minute. Does he have a company?
Former NFL second string quarterback and professional social justice warrior, Colin Kaepernick now claims he had to team up with avowed Marxists to edit his new Black Studies anthology book because black liberation simply isn't possible under capitalism.
Wait, the book that he's trying to sell?
Yeah. The national anthem protesting former player is promoting the new book, Our History Has Always Been Contraband, in defense of black studies, in which members of the...
Sorry. Which hour? Who's in the hour? Like I can't get past who's the hour in this?
Okay, I'm really serious about this. And I've noticed this trend, right? Why do I find, maybe it's just me, correct me, y'all get in the comments, maybe I'm wrong, but why is it always the really, really light-skinned, part white guys who's on this time? Why?
I know I got the same issue locally. It's the same, I don't know. Is it that they hate the white part of themselves? Is that what it is, son? You lost your audio. No audio. I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, my brother brought up a valid point. I don't know why it's those dudes that are always on that time. I'm not sure. But it's weird because you're selling a book, which is a capitalist activity that isn't possible under capitalism. It's something to prove, you know, and I think part of that is a little self-loathing, maybe a little self-loathing. If you're talking to us, we can't hear you.
This guy's retarded. Colin Kaepernick's retarded. He has on a Kunta Kinte shirt. You, sir, cannot compare yourself to Kunta anybody. Anybody named Kunta, you cannot compare yourself to. Yeah.
What? Kunta Kinte wasn't even a real person, bro. It's like
can y'all let that settle in? Like he might as well have had on a Bruce Wayne shirt.
Hold on. That makes perfect sense now, bro. Because you're not a real person either. You're not really on that time. It's easy money for you. It makes sense that you're playing a character, so that's why you have on a character shirt. Now it makes total sense to me, bro. Total sense. One other thing we didn't get to, we're at the 35-minute mark. One other thing we didn't get to, I don't even know how to explain this to y'all. Just Kaepernick's an idiot. He doesn't get no more time. How did they found these kids, these children, in this? Was it an apartment, bro? Was it a house or an apartment?
It was all right. Hold on. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. His wife is Egyptian, from Egypt. She's an Arab.
So he didn't even marry a black woman.
No, he married an Egyptian
Arab.
What I
heard, she was the one that got him on that time.
Yeah. She did. He's been whipped into that time. He's been whipped into that time.
He's been whipped.
Yes, sir.
All right. Do we even talk about this House of Horrors, bro?
I mean, it is horrible. It is definitely a horrible situation. I mean, do you want to cover this? We got a few minutes left, or are we done for the day?
Pull up the picture, show him. Because you're not going to convince me that.
So this week, 4 children were found in a Boston-run house with drag queens, drugs, blanket toys, and a corpse. No, ma'am. No, sir. I did not stutter. 4 young children were found living in a Boston Housing Authority-run BHA apartment filled with drag queens, alcohol, boob toys, and a dead man, according to reports. The incident occurred on Saturday over the Juneteenth weekend, and the children reportedly ranged from ages 5 to 10 years old. About 11 a.m. on Saturday, June 17th, officers responded to the area of 381 Old Colony Avenue for a death investigation. District detectives handling the not suspicious, no further information. A Boston police spokesperson told the Herald, okay? So all the adults parties were being uncooperative and did not provide helpful information. All adults present denied having children inside the apartment.
So whose kids were these?
Nobody knows right now. Nobody knows, but the kids were taken into custody, okay?
Good.
So, I mean, listen, y'all in the LGBTQ plus community, y'all keep saying that y'all are not with the groomers and y'all are not with any of this, but they're lumping y'all in there, and it seems and it appears to be that this is a consistent theme now. From the couple that was abusing their babies to now this. Y'all just in there partying with a corpse and some babies.
Yeah, and look,
I'm curious.
I have friends, right? You know, we have friends and family that's part of that community. And I'll just say this. Y'all grown ass people do what you do in the comfort of your own home, but when you involve the babies, you stepping too far. It's just too far. You know, this idea of gay kids, gay elementary students, it's like, what in the hell are y'all talking about? You know, we got to protect our LGBTQ students. All right, maybe high school, I hear you, but middle school, elementary school, y'all going too far. And it don't sound like these. How old were the kids? Does it say the age of the kids?
5 to 10 years old. So it could have been a 5-year-old, a 7-year-old, a 10-year-old. It's disgusting. And the problem here is that, again, y'all in the community, in the Let's Get Beers and Tacos community, right? Let's Get Beers, Tacos, and Quesadilla community. Y'all are saying that y'all are not with this, but where's the protest for this? Where's all of the, hold on, I gotta share now. I got to share this now. Now I got to share this because this is the type of nonsense. This is the type of nonsense, right? Look, check this out right here. You see that? You see this? Look, this is what happened.
What is the biggest right that you're fighting for today?
The right to live.
The right to live.
You don't have the right to live right now.
Because people out there exist that want us gone, and they're
but
in
you're
the
here
government.
right now, and you're not being attacked. You're not being targeted. You do have the right to exist. You are existing.
Did you hear the stutter? That's just a lot when you ask these people logical questions like, what is it you're fighting for? Why do you feel the need to fight? Nobody's running around hanging trans people. Nobody's just like, at least not to my knowledge. Listen,
Nah.
if you're mentally deluded enough to think that you're a girl when you're a boy, or a boy when you're a girl, I kind of just want you to stay over there. Just stay over there. Hey, listen, I'm with putting all of y'all in one state. Y'all should have your own state. I'm with that. Like, hey, everybody who thinks they're trans, why don't y'all just take Seattle or one of those rundown cities like San Francisco, and y'all can have it. And let's just see how that works out, because y'all only going to last one generation.
No, because they're going to figure out real quick that these trans men and these trans women have to work together in order to have more people. But then what you're going to find out is, and this is the sad part about it, I was talking about somebody this yesterday, bro. The fact of the matter is, you're only here because two straight people decided to have you, or a man and a woman decided to get. Now you got your one off of your, in vitro fertilization. You got your one off of your, but kind of need a woman to bring you here, bro. You kind of need a real woman with the ovaries and the uterus and things like that. But ladies and gentlemen, you've been checking out the weekly wrap up here on the Urban Conservative, top of the morning, the best 30, sometimes 40-minute morning show on the planet. We do plan on being right back here with you on Monday morning. I do got one thing that I need to plug, bro, and I'm sorry I didn't mention this earlier, but I do need to plug this one thing. If you are in the Wilson area, the Wilson and surrounding areas, we are looking forward to seeing you tomorrow at the Setting Things Right Fatherhood Summit. Let me mute this and pause this and make it a big screen. And then, I want to see all of y'all if you're in the Wilson County, Wilson area tomorrow for the Setting Things Right Fatherhood Summit. Shouts out to Representative Ken Fontenot. Got to give him a big shout out. We will be there tomorrow, Eastgate Church, 2301 Montgomery Drive West, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Setting Things Right Fatherhood Summit. They have got a list of amazing speakers that are going to be there. I'm going to be there. So please, please, please come on out. If you're in the Wilson and surrounding areas, we look forward to seeing you at the Setting Things Right Fatherhood Summit tomorrow. And then we will be back here with you live and direct on Monday morning here on the Urban Conservative for Top of the Morning. Stay tuned for episodes of the Urban Conservative podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. And just give us a like, share, follow, subscribe. If you want to sponsor an episode or two, you can do that by visiting tuconservative.com. And I got to give a big shout out to everybody that throws us those cash apps. They do certainly help. That is $ TU Conservative if you want to throw us some love on the cash app. We hope you all have a positive and productive rest of your day, a great and safe weekend. We will see you guys right here Monday morning for Top of the Morning on the Urban Conservative. For my twin brother, Raheem Architect Soto, I am Abdul Ali. Y'all have a good one. We'll holler at y'all later. Peace.
There comes a time we all have to consider what to do with our remains when we pass away. From the company that brought you the Gender Reassignment Home Kit comes Body Bag Biodegradable Bags. That's right. We take your body, put it in our biodegradable bags, and plant you as a tree so people can eat your nuts forever. Brought to you by Regenerex, the makers of Libtrol and other fine products.
If you love to drink Four Loko, but Braveheart will always be your favorite movie of all time, you're going to love the Urban Conservative.
Hey, buddy, you enjoy pickup trucks and listening to Coolio? Well, then you're going to love the Urban Conservative.
First of all, how you gonna tell me we not in a pandemonium? Not only are we in a pandemonium, but we in a regression too. We are in a regression. Get out of here.
I don't know why I'm sitting in this chair. It's really hot. Having a suit, it's like 99 degrees in DC. Who's on this phone? Who am I talking to? Why did DC? Who gave me the phone? Jill, who gave me the phone? Hey, whose dog is this? I don't even know whose dog this is. Hello? If you're listening to me on the phone, I don't know whose dog this is. You're listening to the Urban Conservative? Come on, man.
Attention, maggot. Do you enjoy the smell of freshly ejected 5.56 millimeter ammunition? And for breakfast, you enjoy scrambled eggs with no salt, no pepper. And you enjoy grits, no salt, no pepper, no butter? Then you are going to love the Urban Conservative.